Hi everyone, my name is Carson. This is History Mystery Monday, or HMM, how we like to call it here. We post every Monday. We talk about anything historical, people, person, places, or things, anything mysterious, same as that, paranormal, aliens even, if I find that fascinating, which I do. Basically anything I want to talk about, and we do it on Mondays. So if you want to watch more of these kinds of videos, please go check out my channel, but watch this video first, obviously, because you're already here. So yeah, today, I don't know if you can see my crown. Go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see the crown in its full glory. I don't know how Instagram and TikTok crown people do it. This hurts. You might hear a Duncan, you might hear a Daisy throughout this video, because as you can see, this background is different. I actually am in Duncan, leave the tree alone. Play with your toy. Good boy. See, I told you, you're gonna probably hear him. This is only for the intro. I'm not gonna be wearing it through the rest of the video because I'm already getting a headache and I haven't even worn it that long. You like my crown, Duncan? He's looking at me. So yeah, he's looking at me because he's very interested in my crown. But yeah, I'm only wearing this in the intro because it's already giving me a headache. If you also like this makeup, I have the video over on my MUA channel. Sorry, he was running at the tree. It is Carson MUA. Also, for this channel, if you cannot find me, or if you find this video specifically, and I'll be saying it more in my other videos, also search me up on YouTube at Carson O HMM. You will be able to find me way easier because of the new thing that YouTube is doing with the ads. It is so much easier and you'll be able to find me way quicker. So I'll be promoting that as well for YouTube wise. And yes, so any sources I use in this video, did I even say what we're talking about? I don't even remember. About choked on my saliva. We are talking about Krampus, because if you have watched my last video, I talked about Santa. So, and I kind of did a little sneak peek of who I was going to be doing for this video, because obviously if I'm going to do Santa, I'm going to do his evil twin, Krampus. So that is why I kind of have a more spookier but still Christmas themed makeup. I love this lip. I don't use this lipstick that often. If you like makeup, like I said, go check out Carson MUA. Links will be in the description. Like I was trying to say before, I forgot to say who we were talking about. Any sources I use are down below in the description as well. And any channel links, any links to socials are down below. Well, I just stopped for like 2 seconds because when I was in the middle of saying that, Duncan started messing with the Christmas tree, which is over on my left. He won't listen. Then, the second I got up, this little part of my crown broke. So now I gotta glue that back on. I literally only wore this crown like once. This is the first time like in a video that I'm wearing this crown. So, yeah. So yeah, so if you want to watch, oh Lord, like I was saying, so if you want to learn anything about Santa or Krampus, watch this video and the last video. You'll learn the history of both. I'll be still doing a few more Christmas related things. Go watch my other holiday related things. There will be more coming next year too as well. But I feel like I'm using the Disney one. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing that. So, if you want to learn about Krampus and learn about the history of him and everything, let's get into the video. Boop. So I hope I made sense at the beginning of this video, because good lord. Yeah, I hope you guys like my temporary background for right now, because my mom is out of town, so I'm utilizing the festive background, at least for a little bit. Yeah, so Krampus. The word Krampus is derived, some have thought, the Bavarian word for Krampen, meaning rotten or dead. Some think it is from the German word Kramp or Krampen, but the first one for Bavarian is spelled with an E or without an E. German is spelled with an E, which means claw. The first few theories that have been told about Krampus date back all the way to pre-Christianity Alpine traditions. Celebrations have even dated back all the way to the 6th or the 7th century involving Krampus. There wasn't any written accounts of Krampus until the end of the 16th century. He is similar to others in Europe that are known to deal with naughty children, such as Belsnickel and Knight Rumpet. I think is that how you pronounce that? In the small town of Styria, which is located in the southeastern part of Austria, John J. Hogenman, an anthropology professor of UNC Chapel Hill. If you don't know what UNC Chapel Hill is, it's University of North Carolina, and it's the Chapel Hill division, because there is also just UNC Charlotte. So they have two different sites that you can go to. Chapel Hill is very hard to get into. Also, my family supports Chapel Hill too, by the way. Go Tar Heels. I just had to mention it a little bit because this is the first video that's even mentioned UNC Chapel Hill, so at least I wanted to say go Tar Heels. So yeah, if you're from North Carolina or Winston-Salem like I am, or any part of North Carolina, and you also represent Chapel Hill, UNC Chapel Hill for Tar Heels, let me know down below. I like to know if anybody else is there too. But during his observation in 1975, St. Nicholas Festival, we are describing what they incorporate cultural elements widely distributed in Europe. In some cases, going back to pre-Christian times, Nicholas became popular in Germany around the 11th century. Masked devils acting boisterously and making a nuisance of themselves are known in Germany since at least the 16th century. Austrians in the community we study are quite aware of the heathen element being blended with Christian elements in the St. Nicholas customs and in the winter tradition ceremonies. They believe Krampus derives from a pagan supernatural who was assimilated to the Christian devil. The Krampus figures persisted, and by the 17th century had been incorporated in the winter celebrations by pairing the two. The aftermath of the 1932 Austrian election, the Krampus tradition was prohibited by the Dollfuss regime that was under the fascist Fatherland's Front and the Christian Social Party. In 1950, the government distributed out pamphlets that were titled "Krampus is an Evil Man." Closer to the end of the century, the resurgence of the Krampus popularity celebrations happened, and traditions continue to today. Krampus traditions are being revived in Bavaria, along with the local artistic traditions of hand-carved wooden masks made. In 2019, reports of drunken and disorderly conduct by masked Krampuses in some of the Austrian towns were happening. I love the word Krampuses. It's very weird looking when spelled. that's plural Krampus. It's Krampuses. Krampus appears in different variations depending on the country, culture, or personal thinking. Most share some of the similarities and common physical characteristics for Krampus. He is known to appear hairy, which is either brown or black, with cloven hooves, which are commonly seen on sheep, pigs, deers, gazelles, and mostly known to be seen on the devil. Yes, Duncan? He also has the horns of a goat, a long pointed tongue that he likes to roll out, and has fangs. He carries chains and thrashes them about to symbolize the binding of the devil by the church. They are occasionally accompanied with bells of different sizes. Pagan origins, there is the root, which is a bundle of birch branches that he will carry and actually swat at children. Basically like a Southern mom and a switch. He basically gives them a good whooping with the birch branch. The birch bundle was later replaced with a whip in some reports. Krampus still will appear sometimes with a large sack like Santa has, or even a basket that is strapped to his back. It is used to carry evil and naughty children for either eating them later, that's why he has fangs, drowning them, or transporting them to hell. In some older versions, the story mentioned naughty children being put in the bag and just taken away. There's a festival named Krampunacht, or Krampus Night. It is held on the night of December 5th, the night before the feast of St. Nicholas celebrations that parts of Europe participate in on December 6th, the next day. And if you watch Santa video, we also talked about that in that video about the actual festival of St. Nicholas, so go watch that if you want to know a little bit more about that one. Sometimes St. Nicholas accompanies Krampus, or Krampus is left on his own to roam the streets and visit local businesses and even some of the homes. St. Nicholas is usually seen in his bishop attire, carrying a golden staff like we talked about in the last video. When we talked about that was early depictions of him and who St. Nicholas was at the time. And they tend to keep that, especially for the festival of St. Nicholas himself. Nicholas is dispersing gifts to the children, and Krampus has coal and the root that we talked about. During the night, which usually goes on for about 2 hours or so, is when Krampuslauf is happening. Krampuslauf means Krampus run. There are around 400 men and women dressed as Krampus, running around down alleys around town, dancing, whipping children, stealing hats off of them, passing out Krampus schnapps to the adults in the crowd that are of drinking age. If you don't know what schnapps is, it's a German drink, or yeah, it's a German drink basically. It's just like wine. It's like more liquored wine, basically. So that's kind of a quick little background story about Krampus, the evil twin of Santa Claus. Like I said earlier, if you want to go watch the history of Santa Claus as well, go watch that on my channel. If you want to watch anything about holiday traditions, I have a video on that. The history of a Christmas tree, go check that out as well. I'll be posting in the next video about New Year's Eve, even though it will be on the 2nd. It's just scheduling conflicts, but I still want to do it. So yeah, so be ready for that video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you do enjoy this makeup or ever see any of my makeups in my other videos, go check out Carson MUA on here, and go follow me on Instagram. It is COS on YT. Any socials, any channel links, or anything like that will be always down below in the description. I also have an Etsy shop. It's a sticker shop, so if you're interested in, getting any stickers, or you just want to go check it out, link is in the description as well. So I hope you're having a good day, afternoon, evening, morning, weekend, weekday, whenever this reaches you. I hope you're having a good one, and I will see you in the next one.